Hello and welcome to the Enthusiast Garage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to charge up your car with Freon using vacuum gauges and a vacuum pump. I'm going to go through the whole process. It's a very simple and easy process. All what you need is Freon cans. You can get the 12-ounce can or you can get the bigger 18-ounce can. I have both right here. You need some kind of UV dye. This is optional. UV dye are great to detect any leaks. A thermometer, check the temperature inside your car. You need a vacuum pump and you need, of course, the gauges. So let's get to it. All right, so you start by locating the high and low port on your car. In this car, they are right here on the side, on the front. Sometimes they are by the condenser. Just look for them. They usually have a black and blue cap or red and blue cap. And there are different sizes, so when you connect them, you're not gonna mix them up. Next, you're gonna connect the high and low from the gauges side, red and blue, and it will be marked if it's high or low. So the high is always the bigger one. You just push down on it like that, and it will click on. All right. After you put them on, make sure they are all closed. So turn them all the way to the left to make sure they are closed. Right, and on your vacuum gauges, same thing, make sure they are closed, turn the knobs all the way to the left. Next, you're gonna connect the yellow line on your vacuum pump. All right, after you connect the yellow line to the vacuum pump, make sure they're all closed, and now you can turn on the pump. So what we're trying to accomplish here, the whole AC system need to be evacuated and vacuumed out. Usually, if your car already had Freon, you need to make sure you discharge the Freon in a safe way. Don't just let it out in the atmosphere. But in this situation, this is a brand new compressor and brand new system lines, so I don't have to evacuate the Freon. Going to do is turn on the vacuum and watch the gauge here go to the negative to make sure we have vacuum in the system. And we're gonna let it evacuate the system for like a good 3-4 minutes. Then we're gonna close all the lines we have here and make sure we don't have leaks. And we can leave it on for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, make sure the gauge is still showing vacuum on it. So let's start the process now. All right, so we're gonna turn on the pump now. Make sure you remove the exhaust port over here. And then we're gonna open up both ports over here all the way on the high and low. This is open all the way now, and then we open this one all the way. And now when you start opening up from this side, make sure you open it up slowly because you don't want the oil that comes in your compressor to be sucked out as well. So very slowly start opening it up, and you can see the sound on the vacuum change because now it's actually pulling vacuum. And the gauge start going down. So open this, and then we open the high. And we're gonna see the gauge also start going down. Okay, now everything's open. The vacuum's on. Both of these ports are open, and both of these are open. Now we're just gonna wait for it to reach -30 or pull as much vacuum as we can from the high and low side. So now we wait around 5 minutes. You can see the moisture that's coming out of the system. This system is completely free of Freon. So what you see here is just purely moisture, the stuff that are coming out, the smoke, all that mist. And that's the whole point of vacuuming it out. If you leave all the moisture in the system, you're gonna have rust and you're gonna have issues in your AC. If you leave air in the system, it's not gonna cool as good as it should. That's the whole point of vacuuming the system. So now I'm gonna leave it for 5 minutes and we'll be back. So after running it for 5 minutes, you close those two knobs over here and you can turn off the vacuum pump. And now you just mark or keep an eye on the numbers or the gauge number, like the needle where it's showing, how it's still negative vacuum. We're gonna now let it sit like that for 30 minutes to an hour and then come back and see if the readings changed. Of course, those two should still be open, just those two closed. So it's still reading from the system. So we'll be back in an hour. All right, so now it's been around 40 minutes and there's no leaks. It's still showing the same number. Of course, those are still closed, and right here they are still open. Both of them are open. So now, since I made sure there's no leak in the system, I'm gonna turn on the pump again and then open up the gauges. And now I'm gonna let it sit for an hour, 40 minutes to an hour of vacuuming to make sure there's no moisture in the system. All right, so now it's been 1 hour of vacuuming, and you can see there's no more mist coming out of the vacuum. And we're still holding the vacuum, of course. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna close both of these gauges here, ports, close them all the way. Keep the ports over here open. Gonna turn off the pump. And now we're done with the vacuum pump. So we're gonna disconnect it. After we disconnect the vacuum pump and put it aside, we're gonna connect the Freon can to the yellow line. Now, recharging your car, the amount of Freon you have to put will be depending on the car make and model. In this particular car, since I changed the whole AC system to R134, the instruction said to add 1.8 pounds, so that's 28 ounces. This can right here got 18 ounces in it, and this can here, the smaller one, is a 12 ounce. So I'm gonna put the whole big can and then 3/4 of this one. So now we connected the Freon can. Make sure this needle is all the way out, so turn it all the way up to the left. Now we're gonna turn on the car, turn on the AC on max. So now we're gonna turn on the car, make sure your AC is all the way on max, cool, fan on. And of course the compressor is not gonna kick in because the sensor showing there's no pressure. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the knob here in to puncture the can of Freon. Don't push it in all the way or you're gonna close it. So puncture it in, then open it up a little bit. Okay, so after you connect your Freon can and you punctured it in, make sure you purge the system by pressing on this knob here until you see Freon come out. So now we see Freon coming out. So we know there's no air in the yellow line. And now you're gonna slowly open up the low side. And you can see the Freon coming in here through the side glass. Gonna slowly open it and then wait for the compressor to kick in. That's a compressor here. We're just gonna keep filling it up, and you can keep rotating the Freon can slowly to make sure it's pushing all the Freon in. And we're gonna keep doing that until the compressor kicks on. Now the compressor just kicked in. So that means it got enough pressure in the car for the sensor to trigger in. And keep moving the can the whole time and try to move it above the gauge. It helps when you shake it above the gauge until you feel that the can is empty. Now I can tell the can is still pretty full. So you can see every time I raise it above, you can see in the side glass the Freon going in. Okay, so now I can tell the can is empty. What you want to do is puncture it in all the way to close the line over here, and then you can twist it off and make sure you close the knob over here. So now we're gonna close the low knob all the way, then puncture this in all the way, and then you twist off the Freon can to put a new one on. And it's very empty. Now, when you want to put the new one on, same process. Puncture it in and slowly let out of here to open the can. and then open the knob here to start letting in the new Freon in. All right, now so the second can is completely empty. Same thing, I'm gonna close this side here all the way, and I'm gonna puncture this. I'm gonna take it out all the way out, actually, and just unscrew it. Now I'm gonna check the inside temperature to see how good it is. That's how the gauges are looking now. I can definitely feel the car colder, so let's see what we have. So it's 84 degrees today outside. And don't worry about the gauge temp, it's not working. The car is not overheating. So we're getting 60, 59 to 60 from the vents. Right, so this is how you charge your AC. Hopefully I made it simple enough for everyone to understand. I did get 59 degrees, the best I was able to get, internal temperature. Of course, your car is going to be different. This is like a converted system, and I don't have fans on the condenser on the front. But the process is the same for all cars. You just vacuum out your car, your internal system, then you charge it up with Freon depending on how much the capacity of your car can hold. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next one.